This is the TubaDylan broadcast. Welcome, you people of the world joining in from all over to the TubaDylan live broadcast experience, where you get to see a large man in his attic in the middle of the night performing experiments on cameras and tubas. Tubas. You all know what a tuba is, don't you? It's a beautiful, long tube of brass that can be filled with music. Welcome to the show. Hey there. Good to see you here. Oh, hi. I didn't know you were there. It's good to see you there too. Welcome. Welcome to the show. We've got 2 viewers. That's super great. Who's that? I'll turn on this computer here. Is that you out there? Hey. Hi. Welcome to the TubaDylan live stream event. making history right here by not being part of history somewhere else. Thank you very much. Can you see my nose hairs? Sorry about that. Just think it's cool if that was possible. Here we go. Live. TubaDylan live stream. Rain is coming. Hello, crazy tuba friends. Maybe if I focus the camera a bit more. Oh, these cameras. This is the Panasonic GH5 with the 12 to 35 2.8 lens, 24 to 70 equivalent. Review my York tuba. Well, I couldn't review it because I've had it so long. But I like talking about it. What do you want to know about the York tuba? It's actually a York Brunner tuba. Hirschbrunner. Sort of in focus. Did this show break your sousaphone? What were you trying to shoot out of your sousaphone? Sorry to hear your sousaphone broke. I'll tell you, I am excited about a sousaphone. The Wessex Double C Helicon that they're making. You see me moving around constantly like a total spaz. That's out of pure excitement for, oh, an 18-year-old sousaphone. That makes sense. It's pretty old for a sousaphone, you know. They're like dogs. If they get that old, then they're pretty old. Yeah. Although I had a sousaphone once that was built in 1938, an original York sousaphone. I wish I didn't sell that one. That one would just be so cool to still have. double B flat York Monster sousaphone with like an incredible engraving, and it was kind of a red brass bell. Yeah, that Wessex Helicon. Am I planning on getting one of those? Yeah, I've been telling Jonathan that that's the tuba I've really wanted forever. I hesitate to say that it might partly be my idea. I mean, I've talked about it several times over the years on my show and mentioned it on well, it's not my idea, TubeNet. Joel Selsmanberger on TubeNet, or I don't think I said his last name right. I'm sorry, Joe. He made one that he said was the best playing double C tuba ever. So I just thought that was the greatest idea. Actually, I always regret it. I saw one on eBay in about 2007, and it was like $3 grand. It was a 5-valve double C Helicon that someone had made. It wasn't Joe, it was somebody else. And I thought about buying it, but that was like all the money I had at that time. And that would have been stupid because I was planning to move. So I didn't buy it, which was smart. But yeah, I've always wanted to have one of those. So that is a horn that I'd like to get my hands on and maybe do a review of, or if nothing else, just walk through my neighborhood with it. Because if my neighbor can drive around ATVs through the forest, yeah. I'd like to walk around my neighborhood with a sousaphone. And I don't want to have to play in B flat. I like C tubas best. I wonder, did I lose sound? Let me see. I gotta put my headphones back on. Oh, it's still going. Oh, the tracks are still going. Nice, I like that. Oh, there, it lost me. The autofocus. Completely out of it. Should be autofocused. If you look into it, somehow it knows you're doing that. Yeah. I can zoom in on this lens. Get really intimate here. Okay. My glass is dirty. TubaDylan show. Nothing happens in the show until we get at least 1,800 live viewers. So be patient. They'll come. Oh, you can see my nose hairs. Yes. Oh yeah, you can. Wow. Yeah, anyone want to get a YouTube channel up and running? Know about cameras or something, let me know. Throw it out here. Yeah. Welcome, new viewers. Subscribe to the TubaDylan Show. This is a broadcast like no other. There's no other broadcast like it. You ever woken up late at night? Had to put on your slippers really fast so you wouldn't tear up your feet on something you'd left on the floor. And inside your slipper, there was a tuba mouthpiece. What's wrong with this guy, seriously? This light's pretty hot. If I step back, that's maybe a little better. It's funny because I use some of these tracks in the TV shows that I put music in. This is from Epidemic Sound. The music that's playing in the background or foreground, however you look at it. I'm actually listening to an echo in my headphones, at least to start. Been on for 19 minutes and haven't said anything. How exciting. Welcome to the TubaDylan Show. If you're just hanging out, to hang out with me for a few minutes, probably before bed. Is this good content? Hello. Welcome to my show. Charlotte area here that I'm stumbling all over the name of. It's about to get a rainstorm. And that's our weather for today, folks. Welcome to the best in iPad studio production. What's going on? Hi there. What was that? That's crazy, whatever that is. Not digging that. I gotta pop off of this. Oh, I don't like it. It's too intense. There we go. Try to bring it up over here so I can see if... I think it's my mic doing it. I apologize. I think it's the mic. I can never get anything right in here. There it is. I do check the chat. Oh, I gotta fix my microphone though. Ooh, TC tuba, that is a good thing to hope for. You guys hold tight, I gotta check my microphone. The Sennheiser EW100 G3 wireless microphone system. You hear that? Oh, terrible. Don't know if that noise is coming from there or not, though. That's what I suspect. You can attach horn microphones to these too. Taking these headphones off. Moving this over here for now. And we'll just pull out a tuba. What's up, guys? Welcome to the TubaDylan show. We're hanging out here. It's not that hot in here, but you know, headphones on your head for, well, for me, for much longer than 10 minutes, I start sweating. Oh no, did it die? On this computer it says the feed died. Maybe. Oh no, it's still going. That's good. Yeah. TubaDylan, if you don't mind me asking, what do you outside of YouTube? What do you do outside of YouTube? Oh yeah, I don't mind you asking. I'm a video editor, music supervisor, and a dad. Yeah. Pretty much. But Dad takes second fiddle in a way because my wife is a stay-at-home mom and watches the kids. But I try to spend a lot of time with my kids since I have time. I'm also a venture capitalist. The people you edit for know you have 10 tubas. Some of them do, most of them probably do know, yeah. Yeah. I think they monitor this show to make sure they don't go too crazy or reveal their secret identity. Yes. But yeah, and I used to do music for TVs and stuff in the old days. What's the biggest tuba you have? Hey, yo, Matthew, the biggest tuba I have. Well, I'll show you guys something then. Let's see here. Let's go a little wider here for now. Okay. Turn down some of the music here just a tiny bit. Come over here. So, I think the Yorkbrunner is the biggest. Bam. This is a Yorkbrunner. But I have this Wilson double B flat, which technically is bigger. It's definitely heavier. I don't know what they put into this thing. This is a double B flat Wilson 5-valve concert tuba right here. And I'll tell you, this one, I'm not really a B flat player, but I got such an amazing deal on it that I had to buy it. And it's got a great sound, excuse me for burping. But I guess technically this Wilson would be bigger, right? It's double B flat, more tubes. Oh yeah, it was fun hanging out. Oh hey Darren. Nice. You have York. Well, I have York peppermint patties down in the pantry downstairs. My kids like those. Yeah, but this is the York Brunner. This is the Hirschbrunner 6/4 HB50 double C tuba. This particular model came off the line the exact year where they switched to using certain machined parts. So I never actually heard from Hirschbrunner for sure if this was fully handmade, partially handmade, or made with some of their new machines that they put together in the early 90s. I think this is a 94. There's some interesting stories behind it. I've told it on YouTube before. But yeah, when I got this horn, it came completely smashed. The bell was completely busted in, direct from the factory, from the Hirschbrunner factory. Oh, can I play it? Yeah, I'll play it. Okay, I'll play it. Here, let me put this one away, because this one, I can't. This is so heavy. This is the heaviest tuba I have. This Wilson double B flat, this is the heaviest tuba. Like, I'll tell you, I don't know what they build it out. Like this horn, I think is about 25 or something. This has got to be 28 or no, something like that. Anyway, let me put this back. Yeah, enjoy tuba while you're young, folks. As you get older, you don't want to haul them around anymore. Good thing I have a room full of them that I don't have to move them from, maybe one at a time if I really want to go play somewhere. John Williams tuba concerto. Oh man, I tried to play that. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That was rough. That was rough. Don't play that on double C. Nobody play that on double C. Let's see what we got here. I got to put on the headphones for my video mixing console for a second here. Yeah. So you're all joining me here for this work in progress in my studio here. I kind of just play in here when I have time. I mean, I work in here when I have to work, but that's different. Hey there. That's a better camera. 8 viewers! That's not a record, but that's really exciting. The record is 9. So tell your friends, you could be part of history tonight, folks. We're going for 9 viewers. We're working on it. We're ticking away. If we can get a 9th viewer on the line tonight, that'll be prizes, great prizes going out to the people of the world. Your prize is being here with me, folks. That's pretty much all you're going to get. Sorry. 10 viewers. This is an all-time record. This is so exciting. Where did I study the tuba? I studied the tuba in junior high to start, then in high school, and then college, and then I stopped studying it and started playing it. No, but seriously, guys, if you want to know how I got started on tuba, I got to take these headphones off here. Oh, okay, those are my Echo headphones. Those are no good. Bear with me here. This is a studio full of so many gadgets. Let's try these. How about these? 1, 2. Well, that's good. That's good. So now I can't hear the mic that I'm talking to you on, which is my wireless mic. Hopefully it's not doing weird noises like it was doing before. We'll see. Yeah, double digits, 10 YouTube viewers. That's big time, folks. When you can hit 10 people on YouTube, you know, they say that the income goes through the roof. Yeah. So I've been on YouTube since what, 2007 or something, and I typically make a pretty huge sum of money from YouTube, frankly. Mostly from old videos. People's favorites, like the tuba playing the Raider theme song. And when I say a ton of money, I'm talking, I've even made as much as $20 in 1 month. Think about it, folks. Think about changing your career. Oh, we're down to 9. Well, I knew it wouldn't last. Look, when you become super famous and get 10 live viewers on YouTube, you could never imagine just being at the top forever. It's just, there's always kind of ebbs and flows in stardom. So going down to 9, I mean, it will probably be back down to 3 or 4 within a few minutes, based on my normal audience. It's really easy to get turned off by this show, just so you know. It's mostly about tubas and cameras. But I could talk about microphones too, and other things. I love how they're monitoring my people on there. That's great. That's great. 10 again. Oh, I didn't see 10 on my iPad, but I'll take your word for that. They want to hear a Yorkbrunner, so I'm gonna try to bring you guys a Yorkbrunner. I gotta fade out my background music track here. This is kind of a good one to fade it out on anyway. Let's see here. More like just cut it off. Boop, boop. Okay. I'll cut that thing off. I got my Yorkbrunner here. Still kind of my favorite tuba. Like, if I had to just pick one and leave the house and know that all the rest are going to melt in a fire, I'd probably bring the Yorkbrunner, you know. But I do have closer tubas to the door. I actually have tubas downstairs too, so they're everywhere. So if it does catch on fire, there are closer ones to the door that I'll probably just have to grab, because I am safety conscious. I'd probably be out of here pretty quick with the kids. Yeah. I hope all of you are like that. We've got 10 again. Well, I still see 9, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay living in a dream world of 10 listeners here. All right, so I have this set up here. Everything's going through various preamps and things, but then they all go into this, let me show you another view here. They all go into this mixer here. Ooh, there's a mixer here. This mixer goes to various preamps and or microphones that are set up around here for different things. So, and I can do a direct input into my looper with this microphone here. Hello there. That probably sounds better than the wireless anyway. So if I put you on this one, and I'm going to mute the wireless that I have on my lapel. Okay, so now you're just hearing me through the looper and through my Shure SM58 dynamic microphone. This is like the beatbox microphone. How many tubas do I want? I would love to own one tuba. Well, Matthew, I hear you, man. I hear you. I like tubas too. I was so excited when I got my first tuba. Let's go to this one. Yeah. Yeah, when I got my first tuba, I'm going to say that I was 14. You don't filter. Ooh, reverb. Yeah, reverb. There you go. Hello. Now I have reverb. This is reverb, folks. Reverb. Hello. Haven't tried the Mac Brass Thunderbird. No. Too much reverb there. No, haven't tried the Mac Brass Thunderbird. But I think that would be a nice horn. Really good for its price. I do have the little Mac Brass double C tuba here. The Zoe instead of the Mac. Yeah, I guess that's his. Those are his like pro. That's his pro line of horn, the Zoe. Yeah, and I don't know if it's made in the same factory as Wessex. It might be. I'm not totally sure. Don't take my word for it either way. 1800 for the 410. Yeah, that's a 186 copy, right? It's a 186 copy. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch back to my lapel for a second. You should still be able to hear me. Turn this one down. Okay. Let's see. Thunderbolt display. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm talking to myself here, trying to convince myself to push the right buttons. There's really no right button or wrong button, is there? I like that I can see the chat right here. This is cool. First tuba is 1886 Con E flat, cost $29. Wow, that's awesome. I love it. $29, that's great. Yeah, there we go. Say hello to Mr. York Brunner. Now, if I play anything through this, this is going to be an experiment. I need to turn off my talkie-talk mic. I'm still looking at the chat because I think it's interesting, guys. Thanks for adding to the chat. We're at 12 viewers. This is a record tonight, folks. A record. 12 real viewers here on the TubaDylan broadcast show. How exciting. I say, let's talk tubas. 25 years ago. They're few and far between now. Laugh out loud. Eastman 632. The new Zoe Rotor F. Eastman. Yeah, I bet the Zoe Rotor F is pretty nice. I have a Rotor F here in the back there. That's a PT15 copy. That was made by M&M, or at least stamped by M&M tubas, not Candy. But I guess it's made in similar Chinese clone factory. And it's a really great horn, believe it or not. It's like really nice. It just has that rotary F stuffy low register thing going on. All right, let's see. I'm gonna turn this off for a second and see if you can get any sound. I'm trying to play this horn through my mouse microphone, which is what I will record it with. That doesn't mean it's going to sound that good. I'm trying to get all this stuff to work. I want to go to a tuba convention center and try some Eastmans, Wessex, Mirphone, and anything else that's around. Yeah, you know, you could probably go to the tuba convention center and also try different types of face masks before you go in. That'd be pretty exciting. I really didn't like a lot of the Wessex horns I tried out a couple of years ago. I've liked my Wessex horns. I like the British F tuba enough to buy one. I've got one right here. I mean, he sent me that one on spec, but I bought it. I was told him I'd do a review, but I haven't done one yet. I've been so busy. Life, you know, making an actual tuba review the way I like to do it, it takes a lot of editing. And when you edit all the time for like a living, like I do, you don't want a video edit when you're chilling out. That's why I made this live studio, frankly, because I kind of thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to be doing tuba videos, but if I just like turn the thing on and talk to the camera, I can do that, and then I don't have to edit it, right? So I don't. That makes me happy. Did I turn off my sound and you can't hear anything? No, my sound's still on. Okay, I'm going to try blowing a note just because people asked about it. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to say I think it's peaking out, but let me see something. Probably too much reverb in there. Maybe it's all right. Bravo! What mic are you using to record your point? The mic that I'm playing on right now, I can show you. Okay, let's see. Is it on screen? I think it is. Yeah, it's on screen. Okay. So this is my favorite bass mic. It's my favorite mic for the male voice and for the tuba, believe it or not. So if I want to do really deep voiceovers, I do voiceover work. So if I want to do deep voiceovers, I'll use that. You probably can't hear me. Okay, so this mic up here, bam, there it is. That's the Blue Mouse. That's the Blue Mouse microphone. Let's see if I can lean into it a little bit. Let me turn the lapel. Hello there. This is the Blue Mouse. Blue was a microphone company that started in Latvia. And now it's expanded and you can buy their USB cheapo mics. As a matter of fact, they've sold gajillions of them. So. But this is one of their really high-end mics. The one I have next to it, you can't really see it, is the Dragonfly. See that? And that's one of the original ones from the original factory. Okay. Look what I got here. Sorry about that, wasn't that great, but I think it's still peaking. Turn the volume up a bit. Too quiet. Oh, really? Okay. You can't hear me talk. So there goes my talkie mic again. Can you hear the talkie mic? There's the talkie mic. Bam. Good night, tuba people. Well, good night, Matthew Card. Tuba dude. Yeah, but this is the Orkbrunner right here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Go over here. Look at that. There we go. You get a nice view of it there. The size of the thing. And then you can get a close up. Boom! Is it going to focus on the horn or my eyes? Yeah, so what if you were like just flipping around on YouTube late at night? Just flipping around. Flipping. You just saw this guy staring into his camera with his tuba, just going, is it in focus yet? Is this in focus? Hello? Am I even looking at the lens? Is it in focus? This horn, I used to use a Schilke Helleberg 2. This is a Roger Bobo mouthpiece. Kind of playing out of tune just now, but I don't play this horn too much. This is one of the tougher horns to play into that I have. A 1994 Yorkbrunner. Yeah. I don't think I'm warmed up enough. I'm probably playing through two. Yeah, so if I hit this one should be on 0. I bet that will sound a little So my pedal tones aren't really coming out yet just because I haven't played much today. How'd you feel when Davey 504 reacted to your video? Oh yeah, that was cool. I like that. I figured like, oh, if I could do a silly video and he challenged people to play some sort of line, and I thought, oh, that's not too hard. And I went in here, and it took me longer than I thought. It took me like, well, it didn't take too long to record it, maybe 45 minutes, but then I had to kind of edit it back together because I did multi-cameras and stuff like that. It was fun. I liked it that he played the video. That was cool. If you ever like to donate to a poor college student, let me know. I have 2 kids that will someday be college students with a poor dad with too many tubas. But yeah, okay, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like if I knew someone well enough and they came to town and they needed to borrow a tuba, I would consider it. Now, in the day of COVID here, probably not so much, you know. You guys probably don't know, but I'll tell you a little bit about COVID. Not like anyone cares. I got to put on my background music just because I need it. I like it. So let's see. Can I get that back up? Let's put in, or maybe I'll just keep the horn out. But I've been home. I haven't moved. We haven't gone anywhere since March 12th. I've been home. So thankfully I can work at home. Not everybody's in that situation, but I am. And I'm thankful for that. Very thankful. Yeah. Enjoying this, but boy, it's getting late. And I've been on for how long? I'm so excited. It stayed on all this time. 58 minutes. And we had a record 12 people view our show. And quite a few chatters, which is absolutely excellent. I really thank you guys for joining this. Like, what's the point? Let's see, 6/4 C. I like the chat, so keep it up. Keep talking. I love it. I actually have it set up to take phone calls, but I didn't even think of doing that tonight. Would any of you call in if I actually put a phone number on the screen and said, let me get phone calls? 6/4 CC is the dream, but I really don't need one right now. Maybe one day when I win the Powerball. Don't depend on the lottery. You got to work hard. You got to be smart. But hey, yeah, if you win the lottery, then definitely go and get the CC of your dreams, you know. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, I do tell my kids, like, my instruments are partly their inheritance, so hopefully they will be good with that and take good care of that, because in this day and age, things are so unstable all over the place that you could never trust leaving your money or your investments with anyone, really. That's why people invest in gold, and these days they buy guns and bullets too. That's the way it goes, especially in America. But I don't, those things won't save you. But I always tell my kids that musical instruments are a truly good investment, especially if you buy high quality professional instruments. I would almost say that every instrument I have in here, minus the York Brunner, maybe I could sell for at least a small profit. They've at least retained their value. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to stream more. I'm just stuck at home, and I have time at night, and during most of this time of COVID stuck at home, I would, finally wind down at night, get the kids to sleep, and come up, and I piddle and fiddle around in this studio here, but not firing it up enough. I mean, really not at all as far as live was concerned, but got too distracted. I was distracted, so I thought, well, the hour that I go on the iPad and do nothing but watch YouTube videos, why don't I at least go live and make a YouTube video and talk to people? Cork board behind you. Oh, are you talking about the thing under the clock, right? That's actually a diffusion panel. Those are cool. I have two. I've got one on each side that are sort of taking the direct sound from my main mixing speakers. Yeah. So you see those? You see that thing here? Let me see if I can open it up where you might see both of them. If I put that on. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see, but you can still see, if you look behind my head there, you see the diffusion underneath the clock. All right. And then if you look over here, I'm going to point at it, like right there, there's another diffusion panel amongst all the junk, but there's another one. And what that is, it's a bunch of wood blocks, almost like Jenga blocks. They use them in a lot of pro studios. They almost look like Jenga blocks, and they're different lengths, and they all kind of push into the wall. And on that particular part of the wall, when the higher frequencies hit that little part, and it's directly from my mixing speakers, each one of those. So they're going to get the sort of the higher beaming frequencies pointed at them, and when it hits that, they all bounce off at a different place because it's layered. Davey504 donating to Twitchers. If you have some time, maybe you get lucky, he'd donate to them, asking them to do funny things. Oh, well, that's cool. I like Davey504. That's he's one of my favorites. Like, I like to watch his videos and not miss them. That guy. And I've been watching him since whatever it was, like 1 million subs maybe, or something like that. I thought he was interesting. I mean, he started out kind of like I did. I mean, not like I'm any kind of big YouTuber, that's for sure I'm not, but I did start playing tuba on YouTube before anyone. So if I have any claim to fame, everyone's throwing all their videos up on Facebook and on YouTube all over the place. But if you put in tuba videos and you look, I think it's me and I think Tuba Peter, and he has more subscribers than me. I think that guy's been on forever too. As far as making videos and just throwing them out there. Like I played videos in cemeteries and stuff back in 2007 or 8 or something. And they're up there on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. When I get bored, I like cameras, and I thought, well, I got a tuba and a camera, and here I am in LA, and I've been practicing this piece. I'm going to go to a cemetery and film myself playing it. That's the kind of lunatic I was when I had spare time back in LA. ET Cam, oh yeah. When did Chris Olka start his channel? I'm not sure. I liked one of his videos a long time ago. He did a video about, like in his fireplace living room or whatever, about having what horns he had, and that was before I got my 822, which I had wanted to get, and that was one of the ones that put me over the top. He really liked that one, and I don't know, I really had my eyes on that horn for many years, but I remember watching him do that one. If you look, I recorded 2 Chris Olka videos and professionally edited them. They're on my channel at the IET 2019, the last year, not this past one. Yeah, but there's one where he's playing Bach contrabass at the IET festival, Chris Olka. Yeah, and I recorded that. I brought my cameras and recorded that and edited it. And I still have more of those performances. I've got them on one of my drives, guys. Right now in here, I think I have, I mean, I don't know if you guys are into computers or whatever, or you know anything about editing here, but right now in this studio, well, if you include other laptops I have in other parts of my house, and I do edit sometimes downstairs as well on different projects, I probably have over 150 terabytes of media drives here. Yeah, Chris Olka's seen the videos I did. He really liked them. He asked me if he could repost them and use them. I said, yeah, you can use them all you want. Yep. Yeah, I figure like if I didn't have my normal job, if I wasn't so blessed and really had to hustle in video or whatever, I think I'd have a really good time going out and filming concerts. I think I'd be excellent at it. And I have incredible equipment for that as well. So, yeah, because I do photography and I have all the Sony cameras that actually are just great video cameras too. That's what I used on that Chris Olka IET. I used a Sony a7 III, a Sony a7R III, and a Sony A9 camera on those videos that I did at the IET 2019. Yeah, and considering, but I didn't have any hookup to live sound, and I was pulling the sound right out of the room, I thought I got a decent recording through my camera preamps. I actually brought a backup zoom for audio, but the Sennheiser mic I had plugged into one of my cameras, I think it was the A9, had such good sound that I went with that one. It was better. You should do a stream called Tuba Late Chat Talks with special guest and ask Chris Olka if he wants to join and talk. Well, that's a great question. You know, these guys do a lot of that. Here's the deal, like, that would have been really cool before COVID because people weren't doing it as much. Like, I should have thought of that, like, seriously, like a long time ago. But I didn't really think of that. Let me go to this other camera. I think I can, that's this one, because then I can look at your comments here and just kind of look up at the camera. You can see my tuba too. Ooh, tuba-ruba. Oh yeah. I was going to play background music, but I don't don't think you guys care anyway. I just like it. Do you have a recommendation for a low budget tuba mic like 200 or less? There's a lot of good mics out there for 200 or less. That's one thing I can tell you guys, is that in this day and age now, and I have a lot of the best mics, in my opinion. I have some of the best mics you can get. Both high-end, sort of made for video microphones and made for recording instruments and stuff like that. There's not a humongous difference between a $200 and a $2,000 mic. Skype call interviews aren't risky at all. I'm sure they're not. Like, yeah, I should definitely do that. Yeah. Haven't seen Chris Olka in many interviews. Maybe I could be the first one. Oh, well, that would be cool. Yeah. He's really into some other very interesting hobbies too, that I would definitely want to talk to him about and let him talk about those hobbies in relation to his instrumental playing. I think a well-rounded character is important to being a good musician, actually. So that would be a fun talk. Can't tell if that's a tambourine or banjo on the floor. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Which one? Let me see. There's some tambourines. I also have a cigar box banjo down there. Yeah. I used to play guitar. I had my own rock band and was the lead singer and played guitar in a rock band called Liberty. I also led a band called Tuba and played in lots of different rock and jazz groups, more on a just for hire basis back in LA, so back in the day. But played some pretty cool shows with some pretty cool cats. Tambourine or banjo. There's actually a banjo back there. But it's not like a real banjo. It's a cigar box banjo that some hillbilly out here in North Carolina made, that I just had to pick up because I just felt bad for the guy. And I thought it had a pretty good sound considering he built it himself. Yeah. So one of the O-rings just broke off of my York Broder here. The little bouncy things. I would love to talk to Gene too. Well, Gene and I had the same teacher, so that way we would really have a good chat about that. I'd really be scared to do an interview with Gene Pokorny. I would love it. Yeah, we had the same teacher, and we were both very, very close to him. So I think that would be really fun. And I don't know, Gene's. I don't know if he's shy, but I don't know if he'd be interested in doing that or not. My cousin is also like a longtime friend of Gene Pokorny's. I have a cousin who's a tuba player, believe it or not, and he's a longtime friend. He went to USC with Gene in undergrad and played tuba with him in undergrad. No, not Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs was not, Arnold Jacobs was not my tuba teacher. No, my tuba teacher in college and a tiny, tiny bit in high school, or at least I got to know him when I was in high school a little bit, was Tommy Johnson. Yeah, but Tommy had I don't know if he got it from Arnold Jacobs, but he had a very similar philosophy. Oh, my favorite film music composers, list of favorites. Well, I mean, kind of cliche to say John Williams, of course, right? But Ennio Morricone is one of my favorites. I really like James Howard. I mean, Hans Zimmer's not one of my favorites. I'll tell you that. I don't think he's bad, but not one of my favorites. Tommy Johnson was a very special man. I have met very few people on the earth who I could say that about, but he was a very special person. in so many ways. Most people on earth today have probably still heard Tommy Johnson more than any other tuba player. I would say that's almost definitely true. Which, that's kind of cool. I mean, like, I don't know. That's quite a legacy. when I die, I'll have a bunch of YouTube live videos where I got 7 viewers. But Tommy Johnson's sound is floating through space on tens of thousands of TV shows and movies and commercials and record albums and radios and everything like that, you know. I'm not saying that like I'm jealous of him, though. I'm just saying that's just so cool. I just think he was just the coolest guy. And he was so sweet. He was super giving. He was a Christian man. He understood a lot of fundamentals about character and how being kind to others blesses your life. And he lived that to the day he died. And he was also just a tremendous, tremendous musician. Forget about tuba player, just a tremendous musician, that guy. Well, he was the best. He was the best. He did the tuba playing in the soundtrack for the best movie of all time, The Nutty Professor. Oh, man. I think he did. And I think he may have done that. What year was that? What year was that? Because they did film that at UCLA around the time that I was there. Yeah. I kind of remember, I think I remember some of the studio setups on campus for that film. It was the best movie. I haven't seen it. My family watched that movie during COVID, I think, on Amazon or something. I haven't seen that one. One of Tommy's favorites was Richie Rich and Dennis the Menace. Those were some of his favorites that he got because there was so much tuba in those. Of course, the Flintstones. And then one day, maybe, just maybe, TubaDylan will do an interview with Oystein Bodsvik or even Chuck from the Canadian Brass. Oh, 96. Yeah, I was at UCLA in 96. That makes sense because I remember the movie sets that they set up. They filmed some of those scenes with the exterior college scenes at UCLA, and I was there at that time. With Tommy. Yeah. Yeah, what a cool guy he was. Oh, man. You would never know, first of all, you would never know if you were going to get a lesson that week. Because Tommy put his studio playing first. He always put his studio playing first. So he taught, typically it'd be one day at UCLA where he knew he didn't have a call. So you kind of find out each week if he was going to be there on a Monday or a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. And then many times you would get there to the tuba studio and there's a little note on the door from the office upstairs that said, Tommy had a call, he'll get in touch with you to reschedule. And Tommy was always apologetic about it, but he always talked about, you have no idea how much money I make doing this, Dylan. I'm like, yeah, I know you make a lot of money doing it. Chuck was the first ever tuba player I listened to on YouTube. Partially the reason why I kept playing. I actually got his mouthpiece for my birthday. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a carbon fiber tuba. Oh, yeah. Okay. If I remember and I go on, maybe tomorrow I'll remember. I have a carbon fiber trumpet bell. It's called, what is that thing called? I can't even think of it right now. Anyway, DeCarbo. I would love to have a carbon fiber. That would be so cool. A carbon fiber bell tuba. Did I talk to Chuck about it? I talked to somebody who knew about that. I might have talked to Chuck about that. Oh, what key? Chuck Dellenbach plays on a double C. That's what he plays on. He plays on a double C. He likes small double Cs. Yeah, it's the 4-valve Yamaha double C. And he like throws the carbon fiber bell on it. And I think he played on a few other things, but yeah, he plays on double C. Small double Cs. It's Canadian brass. All the famous recordings, the old ones, he played on double C tuba. So did Sam Palafian, the Empire Brass. Double C. He played double C on those old recordings that are fantastic. Yeah, I played quintets in LA. I was in a couple professional quintets. I was in the Santa Monica Brass Quintet. We gigged quite a bit. And then I was in the Bruin Brass at the UCLA, which is the main brass quintet there, all the years I was there. And I played double C most of the time. Yeah. Wow. Have you seen the Tuba Tiger Rag video where he slowly turns it? You talking about Sam Palafian, I think? Or is it? Oh, no, I know which one you're talking about. The Tiger Rag one. Yeah, the Canadian brass one. Oh, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I saw the Canadian brass live once in LA. I went to the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. It sold out. They sold out the whole Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. You ever thought of trying to play the 6-foot 8-inch sub-contrabass too? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh yeah, I would love to play on one of those. I'm looking to buy my first F tuba. My problem is that I like rotary F for solo work and piston for ensemble. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, I mean, you get a better sound out of a rotary tuba. There's just something about that low register which will work in a, I guess if you're doing a solo, you can really work on popping those C's and B's and B flats and stuff. Get the best sound you can out of that rotary horn. But in an ensemble, that's tougher. It's tougher to do, and to make it blend with all the other instruments too. First F tube. And my problem is that I like rotary F for solo work, and piston for ensemble. Yeah, I totally agree. I moved to piston F tubas when I tried the Yamaha ones. They're just too easy to play, and you know, horns that are easy to play, that's the way to go. That is just the way to go. And you sacrifice a little bit of sound with the Yamahas. Yeah. I had a Rudy Meinl F tuba, 6-valve concert, rotary valve F tuba, and that horn was truly, truly magical in the upper register. It was Tommy Johnson's horn. That was one that he sold to me. And he said that he had never played a horn as pretty as that horn in the upper register, and I agreed with him. Never played a horn as pretty as that Rudy Meinl. But the low register was tricky. The 6 valves made you be able to play it in tune, though, without pulling slides, which was great. But it was tricky to get the low notes. Yep, Yamaha 621. Yep, got it right here. Here, I'll show you. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not wired to anything. I'm often wired to something like a headphones. I'm in here and I'll stand up and it'll just go flying or whatever. So, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, compared to the York Brunner, this thing's so tiny, isn't it? Oh, what mouthpiece do I have in here? So I know. This is the Wedge solo tuba mouthpiece. And for whatever reason, it's not plated the best. I don't know why. Here, let me turn so I can still see your comments here. Boop, boop. There you go. Did that go on there? Yeah. Here we go. Carol Jones. Yeah, I've played the Vaughan Williams before. I'm not very good at playing from memory, but here, let's see something. If I had it here, I'd bet it'd be better if I read it, but probably play a few lines. I have no idea if this horn's set right, oh yeah, the second movement. The second movement's great. Something like that. Something like that. That's pretty bad. And I got both mics on, so that probably blows your ears out. Do you recommend dynamic or condenser microphones for recording? You can get good sound out of either a dynamic or a condenser microphone. Yeah, you can get good sound out of either kind. It really depends on where you're recording. So if you don't want a lot of sound coming from other places or other instruments around you, a dynamic mic is probably the better choice. I have always used dynamic mics playing on stage on tuba, just because, well, in a rock or amplified situation. One of my favorites is the Blue Ball, which no longer exists. I don't think I could show it to you because it's plugged in down here. I use it for trumpet. But that would be for live performance and loud performance. But if you are just going to record something solo, you might want to try a condenser and get some space between your bell and that microphone. Create your own Reddit where you can make tuba memes and stuff. You can react to them. That might be cool. I don't really know much about that. I should find out what Reddit is. I see Davey 504 goes to that and he looks at the memes and but I don't use Reddit. I'm an old man. Although, okay, shout out, I got like 10 viewers. This is so exciting, the live TubaDylan program. With 10 viewers, YouTube is picking up the algorithm. They're saying, all tuba players, attention all tuba players, we are live. TubaDylan is live right now in the studio. The low range on the 621 is fantastic. I'd be willing to put my time in making. Have you tried using two mics? Yeah, that's called phasing. You kind of don't want to do that. I can say I've tried it, and I've also done it by accident, where you have two mics that are different lengths away. I don't call it reverb, I call it phasing, and that can actually mess up the sound on both of those microphones. Yeah, so I wouldn't really do that. If I was going to do stereo, I would want two of the same kind of mics placed the same amount of distance away from the instrument. But yeah, I like microphone talk. You guys are... Oh, the low range on the 621 is the best on any F tuba. I think I'll just say that right now. Let's see. I don't know if it's... Yeah, that's playing plenty loud there probably. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's really easy to play. It's not going to fill a hall like a York runner, but I got to keep turning. It's really easy to play. It's not going to fill a hall like the York runner, you know. But it's easy to play those notes down low. you can just pop out those low C's and B flat notes on the Yamaha 621F. If this didn't have a strange valve block, this would be the perfect tuba. This would be the perfect tuba. Yeah. I love this horn. It starts hurting my hand after 20, 30, 40 minutes of playing. There's something about how the fingers go on these valves. Maybe they're, and the way the thumb ring is. I don't know what to say about that. Super underrated horn. This horn is super versatile. It plays in tune better than any F tuba I've played. The only thing is you can't push it sometimes as far as you want to push it. Sometimes you just can't beam out the notes really loud on it. I think that's why Roger Bobo, when he had them make his version of it, increased the size of the bell. Interesting, I have the Mac Brass double C 621 back here with the bigger bell. And I think this horn would be great like that. It may be that the perfect tuba is the Roger Bobo Yamaha F tuba. Oh yeah, look at that. What's up? Bill Turk. Wait, low brass, you haha, just watched one of your videos like today. Oh, that's cool. There's no perfect tuba for every job. The Bobo model is even better. Yeah, I think that the Bobo model, I think the Bobo tuba is even better than the Yamaha 621. It's just a refined model. I think that he fixed the valve ergonomics slightly on that too. So I thought long and hard about getting that one when I got the 822F tuba, which is downstairs right now in my music room. That's the Jim Self F tuba. And the modern ones are much better than the early ones and than Jim's that he has. Although Jim's modified his so much that he loves it, but he's got all kinds of jiggers on it, and Rob Stewart's done stuff to it. Dylan, your first interviewee could be Low Brass University. Oh, well, okay, I guess. Here's the deal. So I think I can do an interview here. I do have this set up. You guys, I have the craziest studio of all time. I have so many cameras in here. It'd be easier to do an interview in here because I could put cameras on the multiple guys or whatever, you know. But I think the way I would have to do it would be I can switch to my laptop screen. So over here I've got this Sling Studio that switches all my cameras, and I can take one of the cameras is actually the screen on my MacBook Pro down here. So if let me just move over to that for a second. And there it is. So you'll see Logic open there. Now you see Logic open. But that could be Skype, right? So, I mean, here, I'm talking you through this is my exciting plan. If I wanted to interview someone here, hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, I think you can. I could pull up Skype on here, and I think people would see it. Yeah, see? Well, there's Skype. Welcome, Dylan. Is it going to show that? That's weird. Maybe it's not showing it. It looks like it's showing an old version of the screen, so it's not showing the Skype. It's just showing Logic. Oh, maybe because Logic is on and up full screen. What if I do that? Minimize it or no? No? Yeah, that's weird. Well, I don't know. You'd think that it would show Skype. Maybe that. No? I think that feed out might actually be stuck or something. Oh, there's something happened. It just wants to show Logic for whatever reason. But maybe if I closed Logic, although I do have some sound going through Logic right now. So I'm probably going to have to, here, let me switch cameras as we begin. Let's switch to something else. Here's the back view. Welcome to the TubaDylan studio. 10 live viewers. I've really enjoyed having you all on with me tonight. Yeah, I think it's a little bit delayed, the YouTube stream. Yeah, so I showed the sound editing software on the Logic screen. But that wasn't, I still think there's a way to get Skype to work on there and bring the sound through these systems and do an interview. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is a crazy setup, man. This is like one of a kind. There's nothing else like it, that no one else knows how to use it. Watch this. Watch this. Oh. See that? I'm like waving to myself, and then it waves, and then it waves, and then it waves, and then it waves, and then it waves. Yeah. I want to put the slider fisheye back there. Yeah, that's my robot camera right there. These are all different microphones and cameras, and I've got all the sound going through different microphones, and they can go into different loopers and vocoders. And then they can all go into Logic, and you could use all the different plugins in Logic on my Mac Pro here in this station. So it's quite a setup. I think once Mac goes all Mac Silicon in the next year or 2 or 3, a lot of this stuff is going to start being obsolete because everything will be USB 3. So all the hookups will be different. That is the blue mouse. Yes, it is. That is my main, it is my favorite tuba mic. The blue mouse is the best tuba mic there is. Yeah. Just in my experiences with microphones, that's probably my favorite. We were talking about Tommy Johnson earlier. He had a condenser mic that he used to bring around with him that he would offer. Well, he knew like all the sound guys at the studios anyway. So they knew that he had one that he liked that sounded best on tuba. I don't even remember what it was. But I bet Jim Self would know. He'd remember. Yeah. Bam, there's my Sony A7 III camera. Oh, Rex Martin told you about the blue mouse? Yeah, the blue mouse is fantastic. Do you have an opinion on the British Apple? Of course I have an opinion on it. I bought it. I could have sent it back. So I have one here. That means I liked it. Yeah, I was going to do a whole full review on it, and I still want to do that. I just, being kind of a filmmaker and someone who's done like lots of commercials and infomercials and things like that, if I do it, I always want to like one-up my last one, make it that much funnier and have that much like more cinematic weird shots of tubas. So I actually bought this remote. You can kind of see it behind me where the drum is back there. There's a huge tripod that has a Edelkrone remote control motorized robot jib. I totally want to do like slow motion, like sweeping jib shots of this tuba if I ever do a review. So just to one up the last one I did with the crazy weird camera where I went inside the tuba. The Wessex marching tuba. Well, yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier. That's, well, I don't know if it's the Wessex marching tuba, but the one that really interests me is the Wessex Double C Helicon, which they now have in stock in the 4-valve model as far as I know. I don't know if they're still in stock, but he had them in stock at one point during the COVID stay-at-home crisis thing, so pretty recently. But I've told him forever that I want a 5-valve one, and he said it's been in the works. Hopefully, I'd love to see a 5-valve Wessex horn. A 5-valve sousaphone in double C. Can you imagine? Yeah, the Tuba Probe lens. Yeah, I've got the Probe lens. Man, that lens is far out. That lens is crazy. I could, you know, one time I'll go on live maybe and I'll plug it into one of these cameras and you can see, I'll probe it up my nose and you can count my nose hairs. That would be something, wouldn't it? That'd be something. I don't know if anyone has counted nose hairs live on YouTube. Yeah. And I'll play a little tuba loop and I'll do it to some sort of bass sound. Yeah, someone's done it. It's the internet. You're right. I won't do that. Yeah, it's too gross anyway. I'm trying to convince my kids to be a little bit more proper before they go back into the world and have to make a living and all that. Yeah, although my son and I did write a fart song yesterday. So, considering recording it. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to play this out. Well, I'm not going to play it out. I'm going to put something on here. Oh, just because it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I'm going to put these headphones back on here. Low Brass University. That sounds like a great idea. I think I know who you are. Maybe. Let's see here. So this video was sponsored by Epidemic Sound. Zach Marley, all right, Zach Marley. You related to Bob? Oh, yeah, I know what Chris puts under his tuba. Yeah, the foam thing. He puts a big one of. I'll show you actually. This is a small one. I have big ones somewhere too. Sticky pad. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Come on. It likes my face because it wants to focus on that. There it is. That. Now that's a tiny one. But it's a rubber thingy. Or silicone or something. And it'll stick to your tuba. Yeah. So it sticks to your tuba, it sticks to your pants, and things don't fall down. Like I sit my valve oil on it, and even though this little thing that I've got, my Rode Procaster thing here, mounted on, is slanted. Here, let's see if you can see it. Here we go. Over here. This is slanted down a little bit, but I use that sticky pad and things don't fall off, which is cool. No, he uses it so the horn doesn't slide around on your lap. Yeah, so the horn doesn't slide around on his lap. So it, you know, you put a horn on your lap, especially these really big 6/4 tubas. Oh, wow, Siri wants to talk to me here. Here we go. Yeah, if you put a big 6/4 tuba on your lap, it's going to slide around a lot. You're wearing a tuxedo, thin clothes, whatever, right? So, hey, musica in la caverna. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're talking about slippery tubas. Yeah, shelf liner, same kind of thing, right? Yeah, just a rubbery stickiness to it so that it doesn't slide around on your lap. And Chris is big time on that thing. Like, I think he doesn't play without those things. But that makes sense. I mean, I can see that. People didn't use those back when I was playing. Like, actually playing as a tubist. You know, now I'm just a YouTubist. But I do play in a local concert band. Yeah. I'm the star tuba in the Matthews Concert Band. Proud of it. Yeah, I mean, you could try that out. It's useful. If you feel the horn sliding around, or sometimes you just need a little bit of a break from your hands, because if you're slippy and sliding on your clothes, you kind of have to hold it at all times. Yeah, so you should try that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was looking for some good reggae music to play out our late night hang with. Let's see here. So I pay this company called Epidemic Sound. I use it in my work. So my my employer, who makes movies and commercials, they also pay for a subscription to this particular service. There's plenty of them, but I like Epidemic Sound. And you could literally, if you have a show, I figured out, this is my live show, I can literally just play their tracks on loops and all that, because they have an agreement with me where I can use any of their music either as background or pure foreground music on my videos. So they're terrific, and it's not very expensive. So if you ever want to do editing videos and throw stuff up on YouTube and not get copyright dinged for the music, these subscription services are the way to go. And right now, I'm going to go to reggae, vocals, and turn the vocals off so I just get some instrumentals here. And just go to some random track that looks cool. And let's see if something happens. There we go. Yeah! It's been super groovy talking to all of you tonight on the TubaDylan live stream. All over the world. We have people from Low Brass University. We've had people from South America. And people from the Charlotte, North Carolina area. That's me coming to you live from Weddington, North Carolina. Here in the middle of the night. As someone who grew up in Los Angeles, I've never been to Yosemite. As someone who grew up in Los Angeles, I've never been to Mexico. Everybody have a good night. I've really enjoyed tonight's stream. It makes me want to come back tomorrow night. We'll see if my wife wants to watch a movie. Or I want to read something. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It's my show. I can do what I want. Thank you to YouTube. I love you all. Love God, love your neighbor. Life is short, this world is evil. Stick with music. It's one of the best things in the world. It makes us happy. It makes us joyous. And it makes us connect with our inner human spirit. So I love you all. I hope you have a good night. See you next time.